So I've always thought for quite a long period of time now that there's been something just slightly off and missing when it comes to recording my audio for my documentaries and all the other bits in between. So like these, for example, the chats between myself and the camera. So I decided to invest just a little bit of money and I purchased something from Rode that I'm going to unbox for you today. So hi guys, yes, today we're going to be unboxing the Rode Wireless Go. It is a new set of lavalier microphones. It's a small microphone in a little box. It clips on. It has its own built-in microphone, or you can get a small lapel microphone to attach to it. That sends a transmission through to a wireless receiver, which allows you to connect the voice over without having to use any wires and any boom poles or anything like that. It's really, really useful for the likes of documentary filmmaking, where you can attach the microphone to the person who you're focusing on in particular, follow them around and not have to worry about chasing after them with the boom pole, which can be quite frustrating at times. You know, it's dead easy in film, feature film, short films and stuff like that to get a boom pole and to get that crisp and clear audio, but it's sometimes quite tough to drag a boom pole around in sometimes some very confined spaces, public spaces, without getting or attracting too much unwanted attention. So the Rode Wireless Go might come in and save the day for us, and I'm going to unbox it right now. So let's get to it. Okay folks, so we are going to unbox the Rode Wireless Go's right now. I'll try not to shine myself into the light so it blasts out of proportion, but yes, Rode Wireless Go. So as you can see, it comes in quite a small box. My hands aren't that huge, and it's pretty comfortable size. It kind of shows the overall size of these little boxes just here. So obviously that there is the receiver and there is the microphone on the pictures. The packaging's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. It tells you on the back exactly what comes in the stuff. If I can allow that to focus, there we go, perfect. So it tells you it comes with the microphone receiver, with the little bit of fur windshield, the Type-C cables to charge the stuff, the audio auxiliary cable to plug the receiver in so you can record on the other end, and of course it comes with a little pouch for it too. All in this small size box, which is pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and open it. I'm not gonna like butcher it at all. I don't wanna make a big mess, and I don't have any I don't think I have any knives or anything like that on me, so I can't really properly open the box without having to take ages. But the stickers are cool. The stickers have Rode on it, if you can see that, if that's in focus. It has Rode on it, which is pretty awesome. Anyways, so yeah, there's sticker number one. That should be it actually. Should be it. I should be able to get hold of this. Now normally if I was clumsy, I would get all impatient and too excitable, and I'd probably end up ripping the box, which, you know, just almost like that then. I'm so close to ripping the box then. I want to not rip it properly open though. I want it to actually like come out. Unless it slides out. It slides out. I'm silly. There we go. It saves on to rip it properly. Okay, so tear here. Shall do, I guess. Do I want to tear here? This makes me worried, man. Don't want to break it. Tearing. Opening. Bring it a bit closer so you can actually see and it's not in the thing, in the light. Opening. Ah, the new product smell is always the best as well, by the way. So, by the way, there's a quick start guide right at the very beginning. So it tells you how to power on the Rode microphones and how to use the receiver. I actually personally have used these before. I used them at a shoot a couple of months back, so I know how to use them myself, but there is a quick start guide on how to use the microphone and receiver. It's really simple, like really surprisingly simple, and there it is. There it is as well. Those tiny little bad boys just there. So the top box here tells you exactly how to pair them and sync them up, and then it tells you exactly where to put them and where to put the receiver as such. And here are the cute little microphones. So I'll take them out now. So they're the microphones in the box. I'll take them out properly in a second, but let's go over the rest of the box first before we continue on through. Oh, don't need that ever. So here's the windshields. They attach to our microphone. Put that closer. There we go. There's 2 of them, as it said on the box. Here's our cable, of course, very important. We always need cables, auxiliary cables, all those different types of things to to attach us away. Thank you for focusing, finally. We have a QR code and regs and safety that we never need to know about. It's fine. Throw them away. And then there's our pouch, our lovely little pouch to actually keep the boxes in. And it's nicely branded. Nice cushiony pouch, I guess. So yeah, that's what comes in the box. All the bits and pieces. I didn't see the cable. That's silly me. Cables are hiding. There are the cables just there. And something that I really like when Rode ever do any kit, and they send any kit through, is they've got their own, obviously, branded ties to keep the cable together. It's so useful. It's so useful to have this attached. And normally, I'll try and find a way to attach it permanently to the actual wire so I can always be sure to charge the stuff. But there are 2 USB Type-C cables to charge both of the devices. The other one is just underneath here, and they both come in either side as well. This one's a little stuck, so I'm just going to prise it out from the other end. There we go. So there's the other cable. So there's obviously an open cable. They're quite long in length. And there is the bounded up version with the Rode branding on. Okay, so let's unclip these. These bad boys are clipped on the back just here, as you can see. They're just clipped on the back there. There's the instruction box that we opened before. I'm going to unclip that one. There's the first. And there is the second, if I can actually get the clip right on it. Let's see, without breaking more packaging. There we go, clip. Straight off. Now, I don't know how much charge they'll have. I might have to actually go and charge them. The sun has just come out. Just bear with me 1 second, just whilst that sun decides to disappear. It's been a horrible day at the minute, so far, and this is the only part of the day where the sun decides it wants to break free. Okay, that's a bit more like it for now. So yes, so as you can see here, we've got microphone, which is just this one here. If I can let it focus, you can do it. Microphone, quite a small size. And in black as well. We decided to get it in black because most of our presenters and stuff, they usually wear black or dark coloured clothing. So we decided that black was the best, because you can choose between black or white of course. And there is the receiver, just here. If it allow me to focus again. There we go, perfect. So the receiver just there. And they both have the protective tags on as well, of course, which I'm gonna open up now. Always the most satisfying bit, to peel the tag off and see it all shiny and fresh like that. Brilliant. 1 and 2 just here. Perfect. Okay, so I guess just go ahead and just try and turn them on. If I can get them all synced up now, we'll do a little bit of a, like an audio test and, see how it goes. So we'll flash forward a little bit later. We're actually, I think I'd say, is it 1 week later? Yeah, we're about 1 week later and actually have this plugged in right now. Hang on. That was probably really loud. But yes, I've actually got the Rode device plugged in currently. And I don't know whether this is going to affect the audio too much, but if I can focus just there for you guys, there we go. So we have the Rode device plugged in, and I'm using it right now currently as we speak. I'm just going to speak into it like this for a little bit. If I can focus, there we go, perfect, yeah. So what I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about my first thoughts and impressions of this device right here, because I'm actually super impressed with it. So when I unboxed it last week, I plugged it in and I charged it up to full, and then I instantly went and I did some test recordings with it, and I was so impressed with the quality, with the audio quality, and this was when I plugged it in to a external box. I have something that is known as the Tascam DR60, which is a simple handy recording device which we basically use on set for a lot of our short film stuff. And I plugged this, obviously the receiver end, so obviously the one that doesn't look like this, of course, the one that looks like the receiver, which you saw in the actual unboxing, the one that has the cable connected to it. We plug that straight into the auxiliary port for the handy recorder, and I did some test recordings through that. We also recorded the podcast that you saw in this week's episode. That was done on this too, because I had to use my main camera along with this recording device to record the audio for that. So some things I found out about it that I wasn't too sure about at first. So I'll go through the bad things before I go through the good things. Obviously, before I get into that bit, you can hear the quality of this microphone right now as I'm speaking into it. It is absolutely crystal clear. It's perfect. It's currently plugged into the camera, straight into the to the microphone port there. It's really high pickup. It's really sensitive. I think it's picking up maybe even a little bit too high. I don't know whether it's too high or too low. I'll have to listen to it when I get back into post-production, but I think it's perfect. So yeah, I really enjoyed the microphone quality. But anyways, some little negative niggles that I had about it. I don't actually own, well I do, I can't find them at the minute, but I don't properly, I can't have access to currently the port that plugs into the end. So you see this microphone thing here, that is like a port for any external microphones, that being like a lapel, maybe something like that. I haven't had the ability to plug one in, and that is because I can't get access to one just now, so I have to use the box. And something that I have that's an issue with the box is it's very cumbersome. It's quite large. So you see the size of it here. It's big and it's a bit cumbersome, and I'm not really that much of a fan of its size. It's very square, and how I figured to get around that is just by using it more and trying it and test it in different situations. So when we were recording the documentary in the week, I had it here on my participant. I had it just here, and it was sticking out. You could see the label, you could see the reflection of stuff in the actual microphone itself, and I don't think it looked that great. It looked a bit rough. So I was thinking for ages, how do I sort it? How do I make it look prettier, or at least hide a little bit more? And I realised in my own stupidity that they very cleverly designed the microphone on top. Just here is where the microphone is. So with that being said, all I needed to do is quite simply turn it in the opposite direction. And when I plugged it there, the entire box disappeared on the participant when I was recording them behind their stuff, but then it also just allowed this little tag just to be visible on that side there, and it still recorded the crystal, oh, sorry about that again guys, the crystal clear audio. So I'm going to put it back and reset it to where I had it just before, just there. Just going to leave that there for now and talk about the rest of my basic review. So obviously first things first, the battery life, let's talk about that. The battery life is absolutely fantastic. Currently right now I used it for, I think it was 2 hours on a documentary shoot, and I used it for the entire time. I had it switched on and attached to the participants and also plugged into the receiver. I had them both switched on for a whole 2 hours straight, and it's only lost a quarter battery, because on the actual receiving end it tells you exactly what, so it's plugged into the camera currently. Hopefully this doesn't affect the audio, but it tells you exactly the level, if you can see that. I don't know if it's focused on that. Maybe a bit close. There we go. Did I? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so it just tells you exactly what level you're recording at and what level the battery level is for each one. So that's really useful, and it's very handy to know that your battery life lasts for so long on this thing. It really gives me a lot of faith and a lot of trust to go out on set and to shoot for long periods of time. Something that I'm going to try and do over the next couple of weeks is I'm going to try a wireless boom pole setup where I use my boom pole with my shotgun microphone plugged into this. So that becomes its own microphone, and then I'm going to use that to transmit to the receiver and see if I can wireless boom for a little bit and see what that sounds like and see if that works out too. There's lots of different possibilities and ways in which you can combine this microphone with the receiver in order to get a really simple setup. And for my next good point, the price is very low for something of such high sophisticated quality. The price is super low. I paid £150 for this product, and you want to, you want to think about a microphone and a receiver. If you look at Sennheiser stuff, you're paying £300+ for something like that. It's very expensive, and it's for a very similar product like Rode has got here. And and it's a very simple design too. So it definitely lives up to its name. It's a very handy little recording device. And also one final thing that I want to mention, aside from the mic quality being absolutely excellent, is the connectivity. So the range isn't massive on it. It's not huge, but at the same time, the range on it is good enough for it to work. And not only that, the connection up to from the microphone to the receiver is instant, and it's fantastic. You don't have to set it up yourself. It does it for you already, which is really, really, really good. There was one thing that I've noticed, in that sometimes the signal that it sends to the receiver sometimes interferes with the microphones that are connected in close vicinity to the camera. So if I was to connect another microphone, and I was to have my receiver quite close to it, you could hear perhaps some interference. I don't know whether that's to do with this microphone, but every time I turn it off, the interference goes away from the microphone I'll be using on the camera. So it might be a thing, it might be the case, and I hope not. But yeah, this little recorder is phenomenal. You switch it on, the blue light pops up, and it's connected. As long as your device is switched on, it's connected straight away. Dead easy. So yeah, that is my little review of the Rode Video Mic Go. Is that what they're called? Are they even called that? No, they're not. They're called the Rode Wireless Go. Stupid me. Anyway, that is my little review on the Rode Wireless Go. I really do hope you enjoyed that. It's my little unboxing and first impressions and thoughts of this fantastic little microphone. I'm really looking forward to using this in the future for many different projects, including Get Growing with Steve Prudence. You can see that over on our new Facebook community channel if you want to go and check that out. Make sure you follow us on all our social media pages. You'll be able to see more episodes like this Look Closer episode, where we look in a little bit more detail about how we make our films and what we do to make our films too. This is one of our episodes where we specially unboxed and looked at a brand new item. We're going to have another one coming very soon about our light panels and our lighting rigs and our system that we use when we're filming our YouTube studio stuff. And also we're going to have a 6-month in review of the camera that we're using right now and how that has helped us to make our films too. Also stay tuned for any more behind the scenes content for the likes of Look Closer, when we look at our documentary filmmaking, and also at the same time when you have a little peek at our behind the scenes for our short film stuff too. So I really do hope you enjoy the content that is coming along the way. My name is Thomas. Thank you very much for watching along and listening to this video. I will speak to you all in next week's episode. Bye.